camera's running again. We've got a gear. So, round we go.
Going clockwise?
No, we'll have to go anti-clockwise this time, otherwise we will have a meeting with our teammate over there. Okay. Now the trick here, Trevor, is to keep the car moving forward relatively slowly. If you remember when we were out here last time, the front of the car started to break loose at about 18 miles an hour, didn't it? So if we keep the car moving forward at somewhere between 10 and 15, the front wheels haven't started to slide yet, and you'll get a much better idea of what the back of the car does as you start to play with the loud pedal. Okay, now, presumably, at some stage, your old man gave you a very specific piece of advice about what you've got to do if you went into a skid. What do you tell you to do?
To take feet off the pedals.
Really?
Let it come to a standstill.
We're going so the tail of the car's come out and you're going to come off the pedals. Okay, well let's see if that works then. Did he not tell you? Did he really not tell you to do anything else? What about? Did he not tell you to steer into the skid? That's what most of us are told to do.
Naturally turn into the skid.
Steer into the skid. So that's the thing we're going to put to the test. So you're going to give it a burst of revs to spin the rear wheels up, and then attempt to correct the resulting skid using opposite lock, like your dad told you. Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Burst of revs. Burst of revs. Okay.
That's good.
Sort of. Let's get round to the. You picked up speed gradually there. What I'm looking for is a burst of revs when we get round to the cone again.
Okay, so I can floor it.
Don't floor it. You won't need to do that.
Yeah.
We definitely want to spin the rear wheels up rather than have the car pick. Slow down slightly there. Let the speed lead off. Okay. Now give her a burst of revs. Okay. That's it.
Whoa.
Now clearly that didn't work, did it?
No, I come off the pedals, it didn't stop.
No,
just kept going in circles.
And okay, we can get going again. That on the face of it is a little bit worrying, because that business about steering into the skid, it's a piece of advice that has been passed down the generations. Our dads gave it to us, their dads gave it to them, only it didn't actually seem to have much effect, did it?
No.
But it can't be wrong, because if it was, they'd have changed it, and that advice has never changed. It's always been the same, hasn't it? And if we think back to before when we had ESP on, it did actually work, didn't it?
Yeah.
So the obvious inference is ESP must be doing something else to help you get the car back on course again. Okay, we'll switch ESP back on temporarily and see if we can identify what it is that ESP does. Okay, whenever you're ready, burst of revs. Now, what's it done?
It's took the revs off.
Yeah. Who's causing the skid?
I am.
How?
By accelerating.
Too much power.
Yeah.
So with ESP on, the car isn't actually giving you as much power as you're asking for. It's removing the cause of the skid at source.
Pulling it off, yeah.
If you do actually floor it, it just doesn't give you the power, does it?
No.
Okay, come off the power.
No, it just comes.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit, and then
yeah,
it
but
stops.
then it works out that wheels are starting to spin. And it actually helps you get it all back again.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we switch ESP off again now, what will you need to do to make up for that? I'm just going to get you to stop here. Just stop here. Sorry, it's just that he's fallen off and I don't want to get too close to him.
Okay.
So what will you have to do now that we've switched ESP off again?
Turn the opposite way.
Yep, well, we know we've got to do that.
Keep
what else?
some power.
Nope.
No power.
No power. As soon as you feel the back of the car swinging, you're off the gas and steering into the skid. Okay, get us moving forward. Okay. Give her a burst of revs now. Off the power, steer. Okay, nearly. What happened there was that
fast enough.
you didn't. Yeah. Well, you stayed on the power a little bit long. Turn left here. Don't go to the lock stop. That's it. You didn't actually come off the power particularly quickly, and you didn't steer fast enough. So what we did manage to do that time was slow the rate of rotation up. We just didn't quite catch up with the car, did we?
No.
So you've got to come off the power earlier and steer faster.
Quicker. Okay.
So you just rotate us around. When we get round to the far side, we'll have another crack at that. So as soon as you feel the back of the car starting to swing, off the power and steer, and actually right off the power. You won't need as many revs as you did. The harder you've accelerated, the more difficult it is to catch up.
Right. Okay.
And if you think about it, okay, just let you do it now. Burst to revs now. Off the power, steer. Okay, you nearly caught it, but what you did, if we just keep turning this way, keep turning the way you are. Just keep turning, keep the lock on. Keep going, no, keep going.
I'll just go right round.
Absolutely. I'm trying to avoid you going from lock to lock, that's all. Okay, rejoin the circle. You've got to steer still faster.
Okay.
So what we've got at the moment is an issue with timing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's decelerate quicker, steer faster.
Well, what I want to do now is actually give you a better understanding of how you feel what the car's actually doing. So when we get past the cone this